Marcus Aurelius stated, "There is no place more serene, more undisturbed than your own soul. Withdraw to converse with it, and then emerge to engage with whatever challenges lie ahead." From 161 to 180 after Christ, Marcus Aurelius reigned as a Roman emperor and is recognized as the final ruler among the renowned 5 good emperors. His tenure was marked by the creation of personal reflections called meditations, advocating for a life filled with serenity. These writings frequently stress the need for early rising and making the most of each day. Yet they also underline the vital necessity of retreating into oneself to achieve peace. His detailed accounts provide us with a clear glimpse into his Nightly Evening Rituals. In this video, we'll delve into 7 distinct activities Marcus Aurelius probably engaged in during the late afternoons or evenings, and discuss ways we might incorporate or modify these practices in our contemporary existence. I implore you to fully engage with this video. If you're watching, see yourself as part of an elite few, an outlier. Embrace that status and resist the urge to bypass any section. Let's begin. 1. Cutting off external noise. Marcus Aurelius believed in the power of retreating into one's own psyche at will. He notably utilized his evenings to detach from the world. Famous for his philosophy of living each day as though it were your last, he equally valued carving out moments for inner solitude to rejuvenate his spirit. This was his way of shedding the burdens of stress and negativity, severing ties with the outside world, and embracing the worth found in deep personal reflection. External stimuli refer to changes outside our bodies or information received through our senses. In today's era, we're bombarded with such stimuli, particularly through interactions with others and technology. To keep up with the shallow demands of contemporary society, we inundate ourselves with endless tasks, appointments, emails, and deadlines, losing our inner peace and autonomy. Despite attempts at balancing professional and personal lives, we often return home drained, burdened, and tense. Our typical evening routines involve immersing ourselves in social media, television, or catching up on work. However, it's crucial to minimize these distractions and clear our minds. Nighttime should be a sanctuary for self-care, possibly involving the elimination of common evening activities and adopting new habits that foster disconnection and self-focus. This might mean powering down your devices at least 30 minutes before bedtime and seeking stillness. Simple practices like a brief guided meditation, a physical body scan, or breathing exercises can serve as gateways to tranquility. Mindfulness meditation particularly helps soothe a restless mind and reconnect with your physical being. This form of meditation acts as an inner sanctuary, and integrating it into your evening ritual can have profound effects. It's known to diminish anxiety, boost mood, and significantly improve sleep quality. Your evening routine should be an interlude from life's chaos, a journey back to your serene core. While binge-watching TV series, gaming, socializing, or scrolling through social media may seem relaxing, they actually detract from true peace. And while sleep is crucial, it often isn't sufficient to recover from a demanding day. A genuinely restful evening routine involves activities that allow your mind to decompress and switch off. 2. Engage in physical activity. Marcus Aurelius opined that it's a disgrace for one to age without experiencing the full potential of their body's beauty and strength. Living nearly 2 millennia ago, he recognized the vital role of physical activity. He posited that a sound mind is inextricably linked to a sound body. The Stoics perceived that even basic physical routines could instill noble life attributes, like endurance, self-betterment, discipline, conquering obstacles, and fostering self-assurance. They valued these traits of self-mastery more than the pursuit of external validation. Contrary to the portrayal of perfection in media, The Stoics realized long ago that chasing an ideal physique for mere display seldom culminates in genuine contentment. Commonly, we dodge our workout sessions with excuses such as, "I'm too exhausted, I have a crucial meeting tomorrow," or "work stress is too overwhelming to even consider exercise." Despite the myriad reasons we sidestep physical activity, its profound benefits for both our physical and mental well-being can't be ignored and should be an integral part of our daily regimen. Engaging in any physical activity, be it sports or gym workouts, triggers a release of endorphins, brain chemicals that elevate our mood and slash stress levels. Evening exercises, in particular, might aid in quicker sleep onset, ensuring a revitalized start to the following day. Integrating a brisk walk in the evening can also be incredibly therapeutic. As you amble, immerse yourself in the sensations around you. The breeze, the sounds, the night sky. Shift your focus from the day's worries to the world's natural wonders. This gentle physical engagement combined with an appreciation for your surroundings can significantly declutter your mind and set the stage for restorative sleep. 3. Evaluate your daily experiences. Marcus Aurelius asserted that nothing expands the mind quite like the systematic and true investigation of life's experiences. The Stoics regarded the dawn and dusk of each day as prime times for introspection. They practiced preparing for the day ahead with morning reflections and concluded it by contemplating the day's events. Marcus Aurelius crafted his meditations as a tool for scrutinizing his daily life and thoughts, seeking personal enlightenment. He vigilantly monitored his daily deeds and decisions. The Stoics stressed the necessity of being conscious of one's deeds and dedicated time at the day's end for retrospection to heighten overall awareness. They saw this focused reflection as a means to cultivate self-awareness about one's actions and their alignment with one's higher aspirations. The Stoics compared this form of daily contemplation to presenting a case in court, where one recalls, evaluates, and systematically scrutinizes one's daily actions and choices. This process isn't about self-critique, but rather a compassionate review aimed at fostering better choices in the future. You can weave this practice into your evening routine by reserving time before sleep to ponder the day's events. Reflect on each segment of your day, from awakening to the current moment. Contemplate your choices and actions. What aspects did you excel at today? What emotions did you navigate? Which parts of your day were uncomfortable? What lessons can today's events teach you? What aspirations went unmet today? Such reflections are fundamental in Stoicism, aiding in preparation for the forthcoming day and evaluating if our daily actions resonate with our true selves. For instance, during your daily review, you might recall a tense exchange from your morning coffee run. This reflection allows you to analyze the discomfort and irritation that ensued and how it permeated your morning. You can consider alternative ways to handle such situations, or realize the insignificance of the encounter in the grand scheme of things. By acknowledging this event, you'll face similar future scenarios with heightened awareness. Allocating time each evening to assess your day is a pivotal practice in leading a life guided by Stoic principles. 4. Ponder on your internal guidance. Marcus Aurelius remarked, "To learn to read and write, one needs a teacher, even more so for life." A sage is an individual esteemed for their profound knowledge, judgment, and insight in a particular domain. For many, this sage serves as an inspirational figure. Stoics committed time to meditate on their sages and assess if their actions mirrored those of the sage. Marcus Aurelius idolized Zeno, the progenitor of Stoicism, frequently questioning, "What would Zeno do?" This nightly reflection is a time to contemplate your day or personal character and inquire, "What would my exemplar do?" Your exemplar might be a real acquaintance or an imagined paragon. It's crucial to conceptualize this figure vividly so you can judge whether your behaviors are in concert with your exemplar. As part of your evening ritual, carve out moments to reminisce about your exemplar and ask yourself, did my actions reflect those of my exemplar? How can I enhance my actions tomorrow to better mirror my role model? Which traits of my exemplar did I embody today? Dedicating a few minutes each night to reflect on the day's occurrences and your reactions in the context of your exemplar's likely responses can sharpen your foresight for future decisions and mold you into a more admirable version of yourself, akin to the individual you profoundly respect. 5. Adopt a broader viewpoint. Marcus Aurelius urged, consider the entirety of the universe of which you are but a tiny fragment, and the full span of time of which you have been allotted only a fleeting moment, and the fate of the world, and how minute your role in it is. Marcus Aurelius counsels us to ponder our existence from a universal standpoint, or to adopt a broader perspective. Adopting a broader perspective involves expanding your view of your life, observing yourself and your day, as if from a third-party vantage point to detach personal feelings and worries. It's documented that during his evenings, Aurelius contemplated his life from a cosmic angle to transcend his individual viewpoint. In our modern era, distractions abound. Every time we step outside, we're inundated with commercials, news, viewpoints, and diversions. When we're not engaged in work or family, we're glued to our phones, televisions, or computers. This constant stimulation leads to mental exhaustion. Finding moments of clarity and stillness becomes a challenge. Our focus is continuously seized by various media, complicating our ability to address our concerns, stresses, and obligations. To combat this, the Stoic practice of embracing a broader viewpoint can help lighten the load of our troubles by elevating our perspective above our immediate circumstances. Commence by allocating a tranquil moment in the evening to observe your surroundings, your physical self, your dwelling, and your cohabitants. Consider their feelings, your interactions with them, and their individual worries, aspirations, and fears. Then, broaden your perspective to encompass your city, recognizing that each inhabitant leads a unique life, filled with their own dreams, challenges, and fears akin to yours. Continue to expand your viewpoint to include your nation, and then further still, to embrace a global outlook, contemplating all the diverse lives across various nations, classes, races, and cultures. Consider the struggles faced by the less fortunate. Extend your gaze even further to the solar system, the galaxy, and the entirety of existence. When we view ourselves from this elevated perspective, we realize that we're not isolated beings, but part of a greater whole, actively participating in the world around us. Observing ourselves from an external standpoint allows us to perceive our situations and concerns more objectively. By distancing ourselves from our immediate troubles, we can discern them more clearly, less clouded by emotion, and better understand their origins and potential solutions. They become easier to contextualize. For instance, if you're upset due to an insult, apply this technique. It's simpler to navigate emotional hurdles when we contextualize our experiences. Squabbles and minor conflicts diminish in significance. Many of our issues can seem less daunting when we compare them to the challenges of others or the vast cosmos. 6. Allocate time for loved ones. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, the long-lived and the soon-to-depart alike relinquish the same thing, for the only possession they can forfeit is the present, which is all you have, and what you do not possess, you cannot lose. For Marcus Aurelius, evenings were reserved for family time. He dearly cherished his children and spouse. Despite his prominence, fame, and myriad responsibilities, he never overlooked them. At night, He would lovingly put his children to bed, kissing them goodnight, all the while reminding himself, "Cherish this moment. It may be your last." The night's uncertainty means there's no guarantee of a tomorrow for either of you. He treasured them, recognizing the paramount importance of what was right before him, and then bid them a heartfelt good night. This ritual continued for as long as life allowed. The Stoics practiced contemplating mortality to stay mindful of life's transience. A noted Australian nurse who cared for the dying reported that a frequent regret among the dying was the wish they had spent more time with their families. Many grieved missing out on their children's formative years and the companionship of their spouses due to life's incessant demands. It's observed that families nowadays barely spend half an hour together on weekdays, and when they do gather, it's often in silence in front of the television, with attention diverted to reading, gaming, or exhaustion. Like the Stoics, by regularly reflecting on our mortality and recognizing the inevitability of our or our loved one's departure from this life, we can be motivated to make changes to prioritize family time and frequently express our love to them. Quality time with family is crucial. It fosters strong bonds, love, connections, and relationships among members. Engaging with family aids in navigating challenges, instills a feeling of security, imparts familial values, and boosts the confidence of the younger members. 7. Ready yourself for tomorrow. Marcus Aurelius advised, "In your deeds, avoid delay." He was a staunch proponent of rising early each day, doing so to develop a morning ritual that seized every moment of life. Thus, sleep was viewed as a time for rejuvenation, not for indulgence in idleness. For Aurelius, a productive morning began with preparations made the prior evening. The Stoics habitually prepared for their day by allocating time in the morning to mentally rehearse their anticipated activities. They contemplated their goals for the day, anticipated various scenarios, and engaged in self-reflection. These contemplative practices were common among Stoics both in the morning and evening. To emulate this, you can start by organizing the night before to simplify your morning routine. This might involve choosing your outfit for the next day, organizing your work bag, or establishing a clear set of morning activities. Consider this a pre-made action plan that spares you from making decisions in the morning. Bear in mind, the more decisions you make throughout the day, the more depleted your decision-making capacity becomes. Reserve your mental energy for significant choices instead of trivial ones, like selecting your attire. This not only benefits your well-being, but also makes the act of waking up more agreeable. Preparing for the forthcoming day during your evening routine aids not just in streamlining your morning, but can also diminish anxiety about the impending day's tasks. Okay, we have reached the end. If this video resonated with you, I encourage you to explore our Stoic Wisdom playlist for additional content that aims to guide you towards fulfillment and joy through time-honored philosophical insights. Remember to subscribe for more content designed to steer you towards success and contentment. Embrace Stoicism. I wish you a good life.